Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A month after a serious crash that left a Rockford man fighting for his life, motorcyclists come together showing their support. The pleas from Jesse Briggs' family to all drivers.
Local residents are getting a head start on their Christmas shopping, a Christmas in July fundraiser to benefit a Rochelle theater. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro.
And I'm Marissa Lessner. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Emotions are still high after the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade.
This afternoon, local groups organized a march downtown. Bands Off Our Bodies, a march and rally for reproductive rights was held in Rockford. People brought signs and bullhorns to walk with. They started at Davis Park and then headed to the Office nightclub for a rally with guest speakers.
I think that it's awesome that everybody is coming out in support because it's not just a women's issue. Of course, it obviously impacts women, but this is an issue that impacts everyone in the entire world.
The event was put on by the Liam Foundation, Rockford's local LGBTQIA+ resource center, and the Women's March Rockford.
This morning, people got active, all in support of beating ALS. The progressive neurodegenerative disease affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord.
Unfortunately, there is no cure. Amory Wilder was in Byron to learn more. And Amory, what was the turnout?
Marissa Taylor, well over 100 people showed up for the walk. In the crowd were people who had connections to the disease and some who just wanted to support.
We are all very confident that there is a cure around the corner. The sooner the better, but I believe in our lifetime that there's going to be a cure for ALS.
Believers show up in force to Byron High School for a walk to defeat ALS. Sam Corder is a manager for the ALS Association of Greater Chicago. She says they cover Northern Illinois, Central Illinois, and the Greater Chicagoland area.
We serve hundreds of families year-round with free care services. So today we are here to help fundraise for those services we provide and to provide hope and connection for families who are battling right here in our area.
It's unclear what causes ALS, and it can affect anyone.
ALS is a neurodegenerative disease. It impacts everybody's ability to walk, talk, and eventually breathe. It impacts people differently, but life expectancy is only about 2 to 5 years once diagnosed.
Joe Collins is familiar with ALS, as someone close to him lost their battle to the disorder.
My mom fought this disease for 6.5 years with such courage that none of us know how she did it, and so I have dedicated myself to, and our family, to paying it forward because we received so much help along the way, and now it's time to give back.
He's been volunteering ever since, something Corder says is important in order to spread awareness. She urges everyone to get involved.
So since the Ice Bucket Challenge in about 2014, we have had so much support and so much growth in awareness, and that has led to different discoveries. Genes are being identified, so we are finally starting to see some, but not enough progress.
Organizers tell me the past 2 years, COVID caused them to hold virtual events. So it's nice to see everyone in person this time. Marissa Taylor?
Thanks, Amory. A community comes together to raise awareness and money for the victim of a hit and run. It came during Crazy Riders' annual picnic in Alpine Park in Rockford. Money raised will help Jesse Briggs. In June, Briggs was hit while riding his motorcycle on Charles Street near 20th. He suffered multiple internal and external injuries. Donations will help pay his medical and household bills. Briggs' family is now urging people to be aware of motorcycles on the road.
Be aware of your surroundings. Stay off your phone.
And if you do something like that or accidentally, I think it's really important to come forward because, yeah, that's hard for his family.
Yeah.
Jesse's family says he's doing much better. He's now breathing on his own and in rehab.
Well, it's never too early to start Christmas shopping. This weekend, local vendors showcased their products during Christmas in July. The craft fair benefited the Vince Kearney Community Theater in Rochelle. Volunteers staged productions throughout the years. Money raised during Christmas in July will help make improvements at the Lincoln Arts Center. Among them, nonprofits hope to improve the parking lot. Organizers say it's never too early to look towards the giving season.
Not many people do it. A lot of crafters don't like doing shows in July because it's so hot, and so it was a good opportunity for an indoor event.
The Vince Kearney Community Theater has more shows and events coming up. For more information, check out our website at mystateline.com. Well, at any moment, law enforcement can face a wide array of calls.
That proved to be true on Saturday in Dixon. That's when two officers came face to face with an intruder. Luckily, this intruder was of the four-legged variety. That's a possum. We're told it got to a resident's home through an open window. According to officers, it put up a fight, but Officer Grin, with an assist from Officer Dempsey, was able to capture it. Police say the possum has been charged with trespassing, but has been released pending a court date.
Welcome back. Since Monday's deadly attack in Highland Park, many have renewed calls for stricter gun laws.
That includes J.B. Pritzker. Jackie Bainge has more on the changes Illinois' governor says need to be made.
On CNN this morning, Governor Pritzker said the so-called red flag law needs to be revised. While Highland Park police had past dealings with the shooter, even confiscating more than a dozen knives, their power under the red flag law stopped there. It's an issue, Pritzker says, lawmakers need to change. In addition, he says, a ban on assault weapons is a must.
There's no reason why someone should have 90 bullets at the ready, 30 in each of the cartridges that he used, and that's just something that I don't think civilians should have.
7 people died, dozens of others were wounded at the hands of a young man who showed clear signs of a troubled life. We have not yet learned exactly what motivated the shooter, but revelations over his contact with police through the years and disturbing social media posts paint a clearer picture, one that the governor addressed.
There were signs of, this white supremacy symbol, that there is evidence, obviously, of someone who was looking to cause harm to people. We don't exactly know whether it is focused on one particular group or another.
He also addressed the ongoing violence in Chicago. On July 4th, the city saw more deaths than Highland Park. There were 8 in Chicago, in mostly black and brown neighborhoods. Pritzker says more attention was paid to the mainly white community's losses because it was a lone gunman targeting a parade. Efforts are being made, he says, to fight the underlying issues of violence.
We need to reduce poverty in our nation. Here in Illinois, we're trying to do that. We need to help lift up these communities that are so often left out and left behind.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, things have been pretty quiet for us here for most of this weekend. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera now up in Beloit, brought to us by Byron Motors, kind of looking off to the north and northwest. You may have noticed a little more cloud cover kind of working in here over the last couple of hours. That tied into some showers and a few thunderstorms that have been moving to our north across central and southern Wisconsin. Now, most of this activity has kind of been drying out as it's moved into southern Wisconsin, but I'm not going to completely rule out maybe an isolated shower or two, especially north of the state line as we get a little further into this evening. Upper level disturbance kind of working into the north, moving out of the upper Midwest and into parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin, allowing these showers and thunderstorms to develop. Now, most of this activity will kind of slide in to the east and southeast, but we'll watch some of the development across parts of southwest Wisconsin here. That could kind of work closer to southern Wisconsin over the next couple of hours. We still have a bit of dry air overhead, so that's why I don't think we'll see a lot of coverage here as we get through this evening. But I did hold on to an isolated shower, especially north of Rockford, even a rumble of thunder here late this evening. As we kind of expand the view, high pressure that we had with us over the weekend now beginning to shift off to our east. Cold front lining up here, stretching down towards the central plains, will eventually work in our direction during the afternoon and evening tomorrow. and that'll be the focus for some additional showers and thunderstorms once we get into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. You may have noticed the humidity go up just a smidge compared to where it was yesterday. Again, still plenty of dry air up to the north with those dew point temperatures in the 50s. Our numbers sitting in the lower 60s, so it has pushed the heat index factor up just a bit, sitting at 82 degrees right now in Rockford. Feels like 83, 80 our current temperature in Rochelle. You've got a heat index of 81. Same thing in Freeport with an air temperature of 79. So overall, our temperatures have actually been fairly comfortable. So as we go through this evening, these next couple of hours, again, isolated shower thunderstorm north of Rockford here. Temperatures will actually be much more mild than what we've been these last couple of nights because we get that wind direction to shift around to the southwest, following a warm front later tonight. So not only is that going to push that temperature up, remember this morning we started off in the 50s, we're actually going to get an increase in moisture. So tomorrow is going to feel much more humid than what it's been these last couple of days. Now, some showers and thunderstorms to the north of us later tonight could be spilling in. Futurecast really scant with a lot of this activity through tomorrow morning. But we may see a kind of a dying complex of showers and thunderstorms that, if anything, we get a little more cloud cover from that going into tomorrow morning and then into tomorrow afternoon. That cold front expected to move in between about 1 and 5 o'clock tomorrow, so that'll move in from north to south. As it does, we'll see some showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Again, fire up along that. Notice Futurecast doesn't have a lot of this activity during the afternoon, but I do think we see a little bit of storm activity for the afternoon. Could actually have some higher coverage, though, south and southeast of Rockford as a little better heating takes place across areas to the south. That front will be clearing us between about 7 and 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, so we dry out. Our winds begin to shift more to the northwest once we get into Tuesday. We'll see some sunshine for Tuesday afternoon. We will see cumulus clouds pop up, and while most of us are expected to stay dry, an isolated shower or two can't be ruled out Tuesday afternoon. So here we go. We do have a risk for a few strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow as that cold front comes through. Notice areas that are favored are southern counties, Lee County, DeKalb County, and really points down to the south as that front works in. Wind and hail would be the primary concern with that. I mentioned our dew point temperatures going up. Notice those numbers in the 70s to the west and southwest. That's where the temperatures, or at least that dew point number, will climb for tomorrow afternoon. So depending on how much cloud cover we see, guys, that heat index could be close to 100 in a couple of spots. 87 for the high tomorrow. We drop those numbers into the lower 80s through the end of the week, and temperatures slowly begin to rise by the time we get into next weekend.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
It's WNBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago, but one of the league's brightest stars is missing from the action. Brittany Griner was named an honorary starter today ahead of the All-Star game. All players wore warm-up shirts with her jersey number 42. The crowds heard the words "We are BG" before tip-off. Many members of the Chicago Sky have personal ties to Griner after playing with her overseas. The Phoenix Mercury star has been detained in Russia since February. She pled guilty on Thursday to drug possession and smuggling charges. Griner's legal team made a statement the following day saying they expect the trial to end at the beginning of August. Series finale today in Chicago between the White Sox and the Tigers. White Sox were looking to gain some momentum moving into a 7-game road stretch. White Sox down 2-0 after a 2-run homer from Baez in the first, but Yoan Moncada had an answer. He pops this one out to center field. Garcia rounds third to score. White Sox on the board 2-1. Sixth inning now, same score. And who else other than Gavin Sheets drives this one deep to right, and that solo shot ties the game at 2. Now to the 8th, A.J. Pollock with a grounder. And Tigers can't get it. White Sox take the lead. Jimenez would tack on another in the 8th to propel the White Sox to a 4-2 victory.
Probably one of the games where I've had what I'd consider my worst stuff. There were some positives in there. I found my slider today. But with working with what you gotta get as deep as you can, give your team a chance to win. I didn't get super deep today, but I felt like I was able to fight with what I had.
The Cubs looking to avoid a sweep today for the final game with the Dodgers, and what a crazy one this has been. Dodgers up by 1, 9-8. The men's Wimbledon final finished this morning. It was #1 ranked Novak Djokovic and Nick Kyrgios vying for the title of 2022 champion. Kyrgios took the first set 6-4, but it would be Djokovic the rest of the way. Final set here, point #3 for Djokovic. He's up 6-3 in this one. A nice rally developing, but a forehand from Djokovic causes Kyrgios to hit it in the net. Djokovic wins in 4 sets, defending his major title for a 9th time. He secures the 21st major title of his career, with this being his 4th win at Wimbledon. And for the second time in 2 starts, Xander Schauffele has come out on top. It was an up-and-down day in the final round of the Scottish Open, but he turned it back right in time with the 2 birdies in the last 5 holes. This is his 3rd win on tour this season. His next test, and arguably the biggest of the season, will be next week at the 150th Open Championship at St. Andrews. And in some local golf news, the final round of the Winnebago County Amateur finished up today at Mactown Golf Course in Rockton. Your 2022 champion is Robert Doffelmeyer. A 2-under-69 propelled him to the top of the leaderboard. Justin Christensen came in solo second at 2 under, and TJ Baker in third at 1 under. Only 3 golfers finishing under par this weekend, with the rest above the fold.
Keeping an eye on some showers and thunderstorms that are moving just to the north and northwest of Madison here this evening. Those could slide into southern Wisconsin over the next couple of hours. Temperatures tonight in the upper 60s. Watch for a few thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon.
That's it for us.
Have a great night.